Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Hodge here, and today I'm going to be playing some Smite. But since it's Smite, and there's not really a whole lot to say about Smite when you're by yourself and just playing an arena battle, I decided I would record some commentary over it after the fact. And so I just want to spend some time talking about some things that are going on right now. If you don't know, I have crappy internet. It's probably some of the worst. It takes forever to upload a video, and it's the reason why sometimes you don't see videos from me for a while. It's because I get so hard to deal with. And I've been here in this house for 2 years with the worst internet that I could possibly get. I'm very frustrated because they're the only company, the company I was with, the only company in my neighborhood, because the lines weren't even run for anyone else. And they're refusing to bring their best service, and it's like, come on, man, I want to give you more of my money, and you don't want to take it. It's very frustrating. So finally, a while back ago, I guess a month now, almost a month and a half ago, I got a letter from a cable company around here that has finally run lines into my neighborhood, or was going to run lines. And I contacted them, and I got in touch with them, and basically said, hey, I really want to switch over to you guys, and so as soon as possible, if you could just let me know, and let me know when you're going to be able to install my internet, because I want to switch. And they were nice, and they basically said, we got to do all the construction, so it's going to be about 2 weeks. No big deal, right? 2 weeks, not a big deal. So I waited 2 weeks, and I finally called them again and say, hey, I'm ready to get connected. And said, okay. So we schedule an appointment for a cable guy to come out to my house and to set it all up. So he comes on the day that he's supposed to, in the time frame that he's supposed to, so kudos to him. And so we go ahead, and he comes in, and he does like an hour's worth of work. And he runs from the box to the back of the house, and in the house he runs cable inside, not runs cable, but plugs into the cable line and checks that out, does some stuff in the attic. Basically says that there's no uplink, basically. So everything else is working, there's just no uplink. So it doesn't work at all. So he says, well, we're going to have to reschedule. Which was frustrating because we had already waited so long. But I told him, yeah, okay, we'll reschedule. In my mind, I thought that meant once the repairs were done, whatever needed to be finished was finished, that they would get rescheduled. Well, no, they were waiting on me to reschedule. So he said the repairs they needed to do were going to be done Monday or Tuesday. So I called on Wednesday of the next week, basically to reschedule. So I called Wednesday, I get a lady, and she says, oh, we're going to send a technician out to do it. And I said, well, hold on a second, because you sent a technician out, and not everything was done. And it was a waste of his time, and it was a waste of my time. And if you're going to do this, we need to just make sure everything's done. I don't want to send another person out here until we can get, internet. So she's like, okay, that makes sense. So she calls dispatch. Dispatch tells her they're done. So we schedule. We schedule for today, the day that I'm recording this, which is Monday, the 31st of March. And so we schedule it. We're like, let's do it. So I got a call from the guy, the cable guy, today, about an hour before he's supposed to come to my house. And he says, hey, I just want to let you know that I came out to check out on the box before our appointment, and they still haven't finished. I was obviously a little perturbed. And unfortunately for this guy, I kind of took it out on him because I was just like, this is ridiculous. It's been almost a month, or over a month, and you guys keep telling me it's ready, and then it's not. You keep telling me it's ready, and it's not. Ready, it's not. And he's like, man, I can't, I'm real sorry. I can't do anything about it. He's like, if I knew how to do it, they'd be making a lot more money. And we had a nice little laugh. And he was, I felt bad for him because I was kind of snippy, and it's not his fault. It's everyone else's. It's above him. So I come home, and I have to reschedule now. So I have to call them back and reschedule this appointment. So I called and talked to the lady at the cable company again, and I'm at this point a little frustrated with them. So I'm trying to be nice to them, but it wasn't really coming off right. So I basically was like, here's the deal, this is what happened. I told her the whole story I just told you. And she's like, well, let me check on that because it's not making sense. What it says in the computer says it's okay, but then this guy's saying it's not. So, man. So she goes and checks, puts me on hold for a while, and comes back, and she's like, we don't know what's going on. It's like it says it's done, they're saying it's done, but it's not done, obviously, because there was a note made today that it's not done. And, oh man, so now they're checking on that. I'm waiting for a freaking phone call. I just want better internet. That's all I want, right? Better internet means I get to upload more videos, and I need to. I need to. That kind of brings me to my next point of, I guess, frustration for the day. And maybe you're not into this whole venting thing, and I'm not trying to be whiny or anything, but I think it's in our best interest as YouTubers to be honest to our followings and to the people that watch us. And so yeah, I mean, so YouTube for me has been like this 4-year process, almost 4 years, I think, something close to that. It's been great. It's been fun. It is still fun. Let me preface everything I'm saying with I'm not going anywhere. I'm just venting. But lately, and it's mostly, I feel like, I hope it is mostly my fault, because I haven't been uploading regularly like I should, right? I know intellectually that as a YouTuber, if I'm not constantly putting myself out there, then I get kind of forgotten. The internet has a very short-term memory, and I get that. So, with the new internet, whenever the heck it wants to get to my house, my plan is to get more videos out to you more regularly, with the hope that it will then increase viewership, because it is unfortunate, but that I do make, like, I make a part of my income comes from YouTube. My wife and I are a one-income family at the moment. If you just count my regular job, she is in school, and so she can't have a job with being in school the way she is with her master's degree. And so part of what we make money off of is YouTube. That's part of the way we support ourselves, because my job is a great job. I love it, but it can't pay me a lot. It pays me enough. We get by, and we don't need YouTube, but it makes life simpler. It makes life easier and a little less stressful. And thus far, YouTube has been pretty good to me. Now, if you don't remember, a little over a year ago, I got really sick and I had to go to the doctor, and there were lots of tests, and it was pretty expensive, and had a couple of procedures done that were pretty expensive, because medical stuff is expensive. And so basically for the past year, by and large, all of my YouTube check has gone to paying hospital bills, which has been, don't get me wrong, it has been a blessing, because we haven't had to take that out of the money that I make at work. So it's kind of kept us afloat in that way. But now the medical bills are done. I'm done with the medical bills, and so that money can go back to us now, and it's a very good day in our household. But then, of course, the other day I get third-party content matched on Mining Diamonds, which, so basically what that means is from now on, I won't make any money off of Mining Diamonds. Now, I've given that song away for free. For its entirety of its lifetime, which is a lot of copies of Mining Diamonds that have been given away. And I don't necessarily 100% regret that. I mean, I know, like, the amount of copies I gave away would not be the amount of copies I sold. I get that. But yeah, man, it's tough when you look at this thing that I gave away in that respect for the YouTube revenue. And it was good to me for a very long time. So I guess I can't. I mean, we had a good run, Mining Diamonds. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. Stay on the channel. You can still listen to it. No big deal. But that does mean a considerable amount of my YouTube revenue now is gone. If my calculations from kind of what I've seen over the past couple of months or anything to look at, probably about half of my YouTube earnings will be gone now. And probably on most months I wouldn't hit Google's payout threshold. On top of all of that, I recently, for whatever reason, it became almost nearly impossible for me to monetize a video on YouTube. They were going into review and sitting in review for sometimes up to 72 hours. And not only would they sit on there up to 72 hours, sometimes they'd switch to monitoring for possible reviews. So if you know anything about monetization, you click a little button, you tell it you want to monetize, and normally it goes into a review process. And that review process by and large takes something like, it's either instant or it takes you maybe 30 minutes or so, but that's normally it. If it goes any longer than that, that means it has to go to actual person for review. And for whatever reason, all of my videos were hitting that process. But YouTube didn't really seem to be paying attention. So videos, I'd put up a video, and I mean, it'd sit there 3 or 4 days before anything happened, if anything happened. And when it goes into monitoring for possible review, you're pretty much not going to have anything happen to it until it hits a certain amount of views. I found that out with my infamous video that was up for a while. Like, it probably got like 15,000 views before YouTube actually reviewed it and then got back with me, and then they still needed information, which I could provide them. But that means I lost a good half the views on that video, which is frustrating. And it's frustrating because all of the stuff I just said, like, this is a part of how I make money. It definitely is a very helpful thing to my family. It means a lot to us, and the fact that YouTube would make it so hard for me is a little frustrating. So all of those things, really the monetization and just taking forever and not being able to do the job right, forced my hand into looking at networks, looking into an MCN to be a part of. Now, unfortunately, with the new managed affiliate things coming up soon, a network is not always the best idea for everyone. But for me, I literally was not able to do YouTube correctly because I couldn't monetize anything. I mean, I could. I said I could. I'm in good standing and all that good stuff, but wasn't able to monetize, and so I had to make that decision. So I'm officially a Curse partner now with Union for Gamers, and so I signed with them. Best I can tell, they have the best rev split if you're going to go that route. If you're going to be affiliate, man, do it with do it with Curse, because they're the best bad deal you'll get, and they're not a bad deal. They've actually been fantastic. I say that jokingly because with YouTube, you get, if you're just a YouTube partner, you get you get a percentage that YouTube gives you. But what happens with a network is that they take that percentage YouTube would normally give you, and they split it with you. I mean, granted, you get higher CPMs with a lot of networks. I mean, I know Curse is gaming specific, so they have an ad sales team that's selling higher ads, basically gamer specific, which a lot of networks offer. And so, what I can tell, I've only have 3 days that have registered in the analytics yet, but from what I can tell, my CPMs are higher with Curse thus far. I mean, I'll have to definitely give it some time, but the good thing about them is if you do give it time and it's still not working, they don't have a lock-in contract, so you can pull out of there in 30 days and be back to doing what you were doing, and really no harm, no foul, other than, if you, whatever. So I'm with Curse now, which is awesome. I do enjoy it. They've been, if nothing else, they've been very helpful. I've had a couple of things come up in the past couple of days related to my channel that I've needed answering some questions, and they've been on it, man. I send them a ticket, and I get a response normally the same day, according to the time that I send it. They've been really great about that. Their forums are pretty good. The partner forums, partners tend to be on there talking and trying to help each other out. A lot of requests and stuff for collaborations and just general questions and answers and stuff. It seems to be a pretty legit thing. I know a couple of people that are Curse partners, and they kind of pushed me in that direction. It sounded like a good deal, and so I tried it out. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I have to get to a point where I'm uploading more regularly, and I get that, and honestly, that's my fault, I guess. My biggest thing that I need from you guys, the guys that, if you're here, good God, you definitely care. So, if you're here, one of the things I really need is I really need to make sure that you guys are interacting with me. And so, don't be afraid to comment on the videos, please. Just comment, talk to me. Look me up on Twitter. I like to talk back and forth with people on Twitter. I just need to know that the community that I've built here is engaged and into what's happening. And I'm seeing there's a couple of you that are very, very active. I don't want to really name names because I don't want to leave anybody out, but you guys know who you are, that take the time to comment and to talk back and forth with me, and that means a lot. You hate to say that because it sounds like an ego thing, but it's really not. It's just knowing that you're out there means that I'm not wasting my time putting up videos on YouTube. And I'm not wasting my time like I have been lately going over my data on my internet because I'm uploading videos to YouTube or because I'm working on things for YouTube. And it's good to know. It's good to know that that work is being appreciated by somebody. And so I mean, that's the thing about pressing the like button. That's the thing about commenting. That's the thing about sharing. What it does for us YouTubers is that it shows us that whatever we're doing is valid, that you have appreciated and that you enjoy it. So that's my that's my rant for today. It may have seemed like a downer. I hope that it's not. I hope that what you see and what you get out of it is where I'm at, where my head's at, kind of what's going on in my mind. YouTube has been a great ride for the past couple of years, and it's going to continue to be a great ride. I appreciate every single one of you that stuck through it this far, that has kept coming back even when I disappear for months or weeks. That's hopefully going to go away, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can get a legitimate schedule of multiple things going up on the channel rather than kind of hitting one thing for a long time and then never seeing it again. I want to work on that because you guys deserve it. So if there's any comments or questions or advice you have, the comments of this video would be a great place to put it, because that's going to really help me as I begin to move forward. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Do you like Smite? You want to see some more Smite? Let me know down in the comments, and anything else related to what I've talked about. And I'll see you soon. Bye.